Drag, would you happen to know where I could get marathon
Get marathon what?
advice?
I might know a dude. I just might know a dude that you could get some marathon advice from.
But is he a bum or a scrub?
No, no, no. The one of the dudes that I'm thinking of is definitely not a bum or a scrub, but I don't know if that's a problem though.
Well, of course. Did he finish in the top, I don't know, half of his age group? Because I think that's a requirement if anyone wants to forward their running as evidence of not being a bum or a scrub.
Yeah. I think that would be pretty demonstrable, right? If you're out competing your peers by a pretty large margin, that would be an indicator that you're pretty skilled at something, I'd imagine.
It, but what if this guy ran the same average time as a, geriatric man?
I'd have to question what they're doing. I would really have to question. It's like if you're really good at something, it should show. But talk is cheap, like they say. You have to.
Well, it's sort of like when you take the moral high ground, explicitly offer platform and time to someone who will dox and call people's work. Sort of like that.
Yeah, it's very similar. Very similar.
There's some commonality.
Don't know. But I'm a guy on the internet. Fuck do I know?
I was thinking about making a video, sort of. Here's the hint to your stream. Whenever Drag was like, I was on the phone with someone and he highlighted this point, I was like, well, that was me. So in case people were wondering, yes, I was the one who said, even from the outside, at the very least, it looks racially ignorant. And I also said that some people really like the fact that they find it so easy to take high ground and disassociate themselves from people for no reason and often hypocritical reasons. It's the same reason that those people pretty much are alone in life. Those would be the two thoughts.
Just in case people were wondering, there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. But it'll come back as being my word, so that's all right.
I mean, essentially, it was what we had gone over. Like, it's not that, oh no, they're only, they're only my thoughts. It's more like, oh yeah, well, that's fairly obvious.
No, it's all your thoughts. I had nothing to do with this, sir. I am an innocent victim. I definitely.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my goodness, I don't know what the notification for this, because I'm trying out something new with me just kind of playing shit and talking. So for the people watching, okay, now people are getting notifications. Is the music too much? Because I wanted like background music, but nothing that's obstructing conversation. So, hashtag free Betty, yes. She was free, technically. That's technically, she's no longer with her oppressor. Since you contacted me about like his salt, I have not looked at it since, but I see that from last I saw he was arguing with somebody about that all atheists, because he had left another comment that all atheists are now lying, or liars I should say, but there was someone, I think, had asked him what specifically was the lie, and he still hasn't actually produced anything, which it's fucking hilarious. But he needed to find the video. Music can be lowered. Alright, let me lower the music. See if that made a difference. Turn people up here. Actually, let me not turn up Headless Chicken. So yeah, there you go. I turned Sam up, and I turned the music down. Headless Chicken's already loud enough. All right. So, all right. So as it turns out, I just came back from my organic chemistry exam for the lab, and thank you, wife, for Facebook calling me in the middle of the exam. That was not embarrassing at all. I should have had my phone off though, but I honestly didn't expect anyone to call me that early. So yeah, I had to take the L on that one. I should have been a shitbag and looked up the structure of a random ester, because that's definitely something that I should have known but did not account for at all. Out of all 11 chapters of us going through random shit that I really don't care about, but you know, I did fine on it. But my treat was knowing that I no longer have to go through organic chemistry again, and I can move on to biochem. But the cherry on top was the notification of GMan's salt on my video, and it's like, where's my phone? Let me read it off. Let me find it. YouTube, well, you... Okay, yeah. And he ended up changing it, actually. Because this is... So, there's one an hour ago that says, "So I was right. All atheists are liars. ... I'm not sure how he got that from anything in the video, since I don't speak for all black people, I don't speak for all atheists, but somehow, some way, I do. In his magical fucking mind. And underneath these comments, there's 12 replies. Like, what? One of the best replies I saw, I was like, who is this commenting on here? I was like, oh shit, urban organic mirth. I was like, wait, that's Shanny's mom. It's like Shanny's mom commented on this shit. So, Shanny's mom says, I'm 60 years old with hypertrophic cardiomyopathy and a defibrillator / pacemaker in my chest and fighting chronic anemia a few times a year, and I could run faster than GMan. God damn. This woman is barely hanging on to life. I'm exaggerating, but you get the point. See, like, that's some serious stuff. It's just like, wow. Like, you go look up. You can go just Google the stuff that she typed here. Hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. Actually, Hogtie just explained shit. You know, and this is a 60-year-old woman. She got some age on her. I played basketball and field hockey in high school. Boast. My brother, a veteran, was in Little League and played basketball, football, lacrosse in high school. Basketball church league. Back then, as kids, Dad would take us to the yard after dinner. Shoot hoops every day in the winter. I mean, it sounds like they come from an active family. You wouldn't gather that by some accounts, but you know, hey. Also, G-Tard, if you can even read words, don't ever threaten me in a video again. It's none of your business how or what I believe and don't believe in. You don't have a right to put me or anyone else in my family through a litmus test that fits your personal, self-absorbed narrative. I love it. Oops, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, go away, fly. So, if you were wondering how Shanny's mother, aka Urban Organic Mirth, feels about you, there you go. She has been drinking the drag Kool-Aid, obviously. She didn't come to this conclusion on her own, being a woman of a certain venerable age. So there we go. Where is it? So, an hour. So that was the other comment. Where's the other? Okay, so this is the comment that I saw originally. Actually, right here. I'm not sure what video it... Nope, that was the second one. I'm sorry. Yeah, because there was one comment where he talks about I didn't say it was my job or something to that effect. And that comment I no longer see. But instead I see the "so I was right all along, the atheists are liars, yada yada," and there's 12 comments underneath it, replies. All right. So actually some of you who replied are actually in the chat. Sir Marvin Bannister, sorry, but I disagree. Not one comment has been made that drag is lying. All atheists are liars. I never said I made money running. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. He looks like he truncated part of it, because I definitely saw that part. And so, GMan says he disagrees. Not one comment has been made that drag is lying. Hold on. Shit. I'm misreading this and trying to play. I suck at this. Okay. Let me try that again. Let me turn off my notifications. That might help. Alright, so Sir Marvin Bannister said that's a straw man fallacy. Alright. Comment of yours is nescient? That's nescient of yours. Huh. Nescient. That's a new word for me. Thank you. I'm gonna add that to the list. And so GMan says that he disagrees. Not one comment has been made that drag is lying. All these atheists are liars. I never said I made money running. And then Sir Marvin replies, except you made a straw man. Whether or not drag lies is irrelevant. Saying all atheists are liars is a straw man fallacy. I'm getting no more simpler than that. So then Bruce, he keeps ducking Bruce. I don't know why. Then you might find feathered evolved friend are absolutely atheist. Let that sink in. And so Marvin's going in on him. So G-Man replies, not in this case again. Who as a atheist has called him out? You all condone liars because of them are liars. Now, it's not early. I can't even use that excuse. I've had a little bit of coffee, but I think I'm reading that right. Let me read that again. Okay, so he's disagreeing with Sir Marvin. And he says, again, who as a atheist has called him out? You all condone liars because of them are liars. Music's too loud? Okay. Let me just shut the shit off. There we go. Alright. Alright. That should be better. So I don't know who teached him the English, but whoever teached him the English needs to be shot. This is just terrible. Okay, so Sir Marvin says, except you wrote that drag doesn't lie. Do you take it back? Read your other comments you have above this thread. He doesn't realize what he wrote. If you actually look, okay, so if you go underneath the comment, right, he made about an hour ago, the one that says, so I was right, all atheists are liars, Sir Marvin replies, G-Man replies to Marvin and says, sorry, but I disagree. Not one comment has been made that drag is lying. He doesn't realize what that actually, like, I'm not sure. It's a funny month here on the internet when people are saying things that they don't mean, evidently. But he does not. I see what he was trying to say, but he didn't actually like read over it. And I know this is a huge shock to people, but he didn't actually read what he typed out here. And it says exactly what it sounds like. He is saying that no one's saying that I'm a liar. Well, that would include you, dumbass. Oh my goodness. That's hilarious.
Like trying to apply logic in G-Man is like trying to kick water up.
Yeah. Yeah. Who the fuck? Wait. Somebody has a sock account. I keep forgetting about this. Somebody has a sock account called GMan's autistic daughter, and it's a picture of Ronnie back in the day. Whoever.
Wait, show me this.
I'm just going. Who the fuck this? That's so wrong. I'm not like I'm not condoning that sock account. That's just wrong as hell. Whoever did that, you wrong. You were dead ass wrong. You know you were wrong when you made that sock account. Hold on, let me.
Run on what channel is this?
It's the last video that I made. Look in the comment section. Let me try to see if I can just send it
But
to
running
you.
is my job. I need to do an incognito window because the tard block.
Oh, dude, that's hilarious. And he's still fucking up your I doesn't my. Like someone named Aaron Kellett just came in and did his autocorrect for him. Jeez, he is getting beat the fuck up just in these comments. I don't even have to say anything because people just jump on him. It's like, damn, that's damn. So he made another comment. I'm not sure what video it is, but I'll find it. But I said Drag must lie to his audience to grow his channel. Drag claims he doesn't lie about me, yet he is doing it again. So I'm gonna click view 2 replies, and he's gonna tell me what the lie is here. God damn, it's 3:20 already. Bruce, Quartermaster, and Doc Savage. Nope, still don't see what the lie is.
Is it the 12? G-Man's autistic daughter.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know who did that.
Say on truth.
They're wrong as hell.
Created a creatard for Jeebus Crunch. That's what it says on Truth's forehead.
Y'all are mean. Y'all are.
Yeah, whoever
so
made
mean.
that is like genuinely a mean.
Oh.
And I'm laughing. Dude, doesn't it make you happy that he did terribly on this marathon?
Oh, wow. It's not a surprise. I was just waiting for the evidence because I could have been like, let's do like a fight prediction. I'm going for this. No, he's going to do terrible, and he's going to get mad because I guarantee you he's going to say, "Well, Drag and Sam they're slandering me. They're just saying I did bad. They have no proof." When in reality, we showed the splits, right, and we showed the comparison between 2017 to 2019.
What the fuck happened between between mile 15 and 20? Because his split for that was well over an hour.
Maybe he caught AIDS. I don't know. There's so many possibilities with him. He'll say that I don't know. Maybe he caught another cramp, or the Lord hit him and he was convicted to preach to somebody temporarily or something. I don't know. But it won't be, hey, my training regimen is just shit and I did terrible. It won't be that.
Well, he always says he's in good shape, but dude, does a person in good shape default to 20-minute miles midway through their race?
If they are filled with the Holy Spirit, it slows them down. You don't understand.
I guess. I mean, Shani's full of baloney, and that's why she can't run very fast. She's full of baloney and AIDS.
All right.
Is that too mean?
Hey, that's your words, not mine.
too much deadness in my voice.
She is your muse. I'm going to be back. I'm going to go get the child from the bus stop, folks. Feel free to be entertained by Sam and Headless and whoever else wants to hop in the live stream.
How are you doing, live chat? I can see you. How are you doing?
Hey, Sam.
Do you think that he saw Betty mid-race and that he went off chasing her?
I have a feeling he had a pawn Betty, in order to buy the sterno for that little cook stove you made.
Can you pawn a cat?
I don't know. I've never tried.
I don't know. You seem like you're full of random Canadian.
I don't think a pawn shop would take a cat because generally the idea is to try and
It's a
sell something to make
perishable
money.
good.
Just gonna have to keep feeding it.
Yeah, it is weird. I still can't believe that. I can't believe that someone made an account called GMan's autistic daughter, and it's a picture of true lyricism with long hair.
I'm not
It's
surprised.
just,
I'm not surprised people do this stuff.
I'm not shocked, but that is like I'm an asshole, but even then, that's like that's a level that I'm like golf clap, sir or ma'am, who created that. Like you have a black, like whoever created that just has a black, and I don't mean African American. What's up, Sokka?
Not much.
Sokka.
I saw that Drake had to go AFK for a second, and somebody had to come in and be entertaining.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm
unfortunately,
waking up
nobody.
a nap. I
Yeah,
needed a
unfortunately,
nap.
Hello.
The best you guys got is me, unfortunately, because I'm not entertaining at all.
Well, we can't all be charismatic and
Yeah, and whatnot.
What?
I think it's funny the lying thing. It's just like, oh yeah, all atheists are liars. And when he made his video there, like the prime example of an atheist lie is Drake says I'm 5'3". Like that's it. Like there's nothing else. Like no other major lies or anything. I mean, like that's the big one right there. Fuck Drake. All atheists are liars because of
I'm
my height.
5'3".
Yeah.
well, like because in
Meanwhile,
reality, having seen a photo of GMan next to Hana and having met, there is no chance that GMan is taller than 5'7".
yeah, I can see that.
When someone accuses me of something false, I always fail to disprove it.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Well,
other
what he
ways
can
that
do is, doesn't he own a tape measure? He works in fucking construction.
I mean, if you really wanted to, like, he could easily put this at ease. It's like, yeah, but he doesn't. But I mean, like, yeah, like Drake lied about his height. I mean, like that's a big fucking deal. Not like the little white lies that Gary makes there about having kids, having a wife, people having extramarital affairs, what he needs money for.
Marathons.
Sokka, I was being lighthearted and I alleged that you had an affair. Just like normal.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Like that's cool. It's a gentle ribbing. But it's like remember that one time that I called the police on you and said that you were taking pictures in the locker room, of people.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it was all good fun. It was a fun lie.
Oh, Warning Good People has changed his channel again. He's now
Oh,
DJ Warning G.
yeah.
I do miss his really, really misogynistic rant. They were really funny to me.
Yeah, I don't. He got boring fast.
I find incels fascinating. But what G-Man reminded me of when you said that is there's this guy on the fitness. So you have to realize that there are G-Man type and Brett Keane type characters in every area of YouTube, and there is a G-Man of YouTube fitness.
Yeah, you guys were mentioning this earlier. The Braha guy.
Blaha, yeah, Jason Blaha. And so he had made claims like he was more than any natural man on the planet, and he's just very, very plainly. And he did a video where he measured his arm, and he just wrapped the tape measure loose to say that his arm like a full 3 inches bigger than they probably were. And it's just so entertaining that these people and whatnot.
I had to go Google a picture of this guy.
I'll post it in the Dragoon chat. It's not. Copy link address. God damn it. Well, I guess I'll just copy.
I think this Discord chat is still going out over YouTube.
Yeah, but I don't think we'd be able to see the image.
Drake will be back in when he picks up his. This is his random musings. I'm not sure. Like he does these videos. It's funny. Like what I've seen with Drake is when he has when he does his videos where they playing video games, and people just like, nah. And I agree. You know, Drake sucks at video games.
Yeah, the only image anybody sees is the game that he's playing.
And whatnot.
Oh, quick question. Has GMan, where he's calling people liars about his height, has he ever given a number of just how tall he is or short he is? Just curious.
Says he's 5'11".
5'11". Yeah. So Drag must be 7 feet tall. Well, I mean, never mind.
I still like that his video there when he's going down the street and he's just like, like, well, yeah, I mean, I'm 5'11". I mean, if Drake's 6'1" and like he's this much taller than me and he's got his hand like way above his head, like it's like, motherfucker, that's like 7 or 8 inches. Like, you're proving him right here.
Yeah, but it's just like sort of like an adolescent kid that's posturing. That's what makes it whole.
Get to add inches for God.
Well, how big does he think his dick is? In terms of adding inches.
I don't know. By the way, I started watching through his rant from last night as much as I could tolerate there. And at one point in time, did he claim to have nudes of like Shannon and Jason?
I think he claimed to have Jason's dick that he sent. For his sake, I hope he doesn't have nudes of Shannon.
It's funny, like the part right
like
afterwards where he's just like, because he said he's like, next time that Shanny lies or something like that, he's gonna put those up on the internet or something like that. It's like, releasing nude photos to somebody without their consent, I'm pretty sure is illegal. Like, okay.
Well, then he'd have to go to jail.
Yeah, like atheists have no morality. By the way, here, I'm just going to start putting nude pictures of you up on the internet.
No, Sokka, the real secret is that he was in the flesh.
Oh, okay. So never mind. That's excusable then, right? That means.
It is very interesting, but like that's essentially what he always says. That's how he explains away that stream where he doxed and threatened.
Yes. Yeah, he was in the flesh then. Yeah, I guess that
He's in the flesh.
makes sense. Forgiven. All forgiven. You know,
I love how just
then again,
like
I think
ran a terrible marathon and was upset because no one goes on a 2-hour rant about a 3-minute video that rehashes old material. Except for drag when it comes to G-Man, I suppose.
yeah, I don't do it as often. I mean, like I love a good Von Helton like pile on video. Like those are always fun. I just don't do them all the time. It's just like when an opportunity comes up, it's like, oh, Von Helton's a topic, I'm in. Because I love my little Space Marine ninja time traveling aerospace designer Punisher.
See, I feel the way about Shani the way that you feel. Like, she is my favorite just because she is so ridiculous.
With the gift that somebody made there of her rolling off the bed. Oh man!
Wait, what? The one where they send.
Yeah, but it was still pretty funny. Like it's like, oh, time for her to get up today. You know, after lying in bed, eating and smoking pot all day, and just it looked painful. It looked like there was a lot of strength to roll over and stand up.
Well, you know, she obviously weighs 250 pounds and near 400.
Jeez, she's taller than me.
Yeah, she's taller than both of us. She's taller than Blaha. And also, did you see the picture I posted in the Dragoon Central or Dragoon chat? Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Okay. Oh yeah, pretty fit guy.
Way more muscle than any natural guy. Does not just look like some average schlub.
You know what though? Like this is what I don't get is that like this guy he's not fat. He's not terribly out of shape or anything, but he clearly is not, you know, like a bodybuilder or doesn't have like he's got a dad bod. You know, he's a dad bod kind of guy, and nobody like I would never make fun of this guy's physical appearance for the way that he looks because you know he looks normal. Okay, he's like whatever. But it's when people like it is actually like a good parallel to like the marathon thing with G-Man. It was like, you know what? All things aside, like all jokes aside, G-Man ran a marathon. That's a second marathon. You know, good for him. Okay, I sure as fucking getting up and running a marathon anytime soon. You know, and probably a lot of people that watch this aren't going to run a marathon anytime soon. And if he made a video saying, yeah, I'm going to go and I'm going to run a marathon, you know, I like doing this, it's a pastime, and he goes and he has a shitty time, yeah, big deal. He's got the marathon. But it's the posturing, like you said. It's the, you know, like, oh yeah, I'm going to shoot for this time right here. I'm the pinnacle of fitness. I love running. I do all this, you know, and he puts himself up, you know, just keeps him, you know, just building himself up, you know, to this point where it's just like he's going to be like this, you know, this amazing long distance runner. And then, you know, he finishes off with a time that, you know, people could get by power walking. You know, it's like, okay. Now,
well, it's the posturing, like you said. It's the posturing. It's like Blaha actually has a pretty good deadlift, but because he's got this strange physique that is perfectly built for a deadlift, and he's also taken every roid under the. But it's the fact that he postures about it. Like he's not overly impressive in any of his lift. You know, and like you said, like I don't think he has a body he should be ashamed of or anything. It's when he says he has more muscle mass than any natural man on.
Yeah, and that's when you just become like almost like free reign to start mocking him for it.
I mean, I think that if GMan wants to finish the marathon, like, that's respectable. He finished the marathon. Like, look, he didn't run a great time, and that's an accomplishment. But the fact that he postures as a model of fitness and tries to, get into a dick measuring contest over it, then I feel like it's to shit on the guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a good distinction to draw, though, because I don't think anyone here wouldn't give him his props for just finishing it. But he made it such a huge deal that he was like, this is his thing. Like, when people mention, like, what are you doing? I'm running a marathon. If I'm going to mention something in light of my accomplishments, my goals, it can't be doing something and being mediocre about it, or being shit at it. But that's the problem there. That's like me relying on the fact that I've climbed a mountain. Well, not so many people have climbed a mountain, save for a few in the community. But I could tell you right now, Deezer is probably a better mountain climber than I am, in all honesty. So I wouldn't, that wouldn't be my hill to die on, and I had to go search for that one because it's appropriate. So, yeah. But
Look, you just wish you looked like Blah.
I wish I looked like Jason Blaha. A part of me does, because I wish I could be an average-looking dude of his stature and just say the most ridiculous shit in the world and have some people actually believe me. Because why not?
I have a buddy who is he wrestles, like that's his sport of choice. So he goes into grappling tournaments and all this other fun stuff. And it's hilarious because he is incredibly fit, like in the sense that he's really good at lifting up heavy things and putting them back down. But he's not like he's not like cut, like he's it's kind of misleading. He looks like a gorilla, like just his overall kind of appearance there. But it's funny because even though he's like this great athlete, really good at grappling, he can't throw to save his life. Like, he's never done any sport which requires him to throw anything, and it's something he's never really worked on. And it's fucking hilarious. Like, so we were we'll go out and we'll play like football or baseball or something like that, and it doesn't matter like what it is. He just doesn't have the form. Like, he can't throw far at all. But the funny thing is, but he's just so ridiculously strong that he'll throw a baseball and it'll go 20 feet. But if you gave him like a 15-pound rock, he can throw that and it would still probably only go 15, 20 feet. Oh, what's up, buddy? Oh, okay. I'll be back in a second, guys.
Yeah, there is an issue with the chat box. I don't know why the chat box is screwing up. That's weird. Yeah, someone had mentioned it in the other broadcast, and yeah, this one's doing it now. Naughty chat box. That's so weird.
What's up?
Yeah, the chat box that usually shows up, it seems to not want to work. I don't know why. Has he popped up in the chat? Because I know
technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know. That's strange. I'll have to reset it. Oh well, folks. If you want to see your comments, they're in the live stream as opposed to in the live stream. All right, so yeah, I was just playing around with this. I've not done a random musing kind of thing in a while. Someone did actually request that I do a review of James Tor. For those of you who know who he is, I think he's actually, is he here in Houston or is he in Dallas? I think he's here in Houston at Rice University, but he's the biochemist who can't for the life of him find evidence for evolution, or was it evolution or abiogenesis? No, I think it's abiogenesis. I think that's where he kind of puts himself out there as an academic who's fighting a good fight for creationists.
What is his argument? It's impossible that life could have arisen from non-life, so it must have been magic.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing, except now they have somebody with a PhD who's somewhat related, has a PhD in the field that's somewhat related. And I say somewhat because having a biochemistry degree does not guarantee that you have expertise, the expertise needed to discuss that particular topic. A perfect example is a lady in an anti-vax group that I am a covert agent in, and she is a biochemist now, just like Doc Savage, but she has no actual background in immunology. Huge issue. Her background is in bioinorganics, and some people kind of like turn their eyebrow.
Bioinorganic.
Yeah, it seems oxymoronic, but it's so it's the study of the metals in organic molecules. So like the magnesium in heme.
Yeah.
So she would study the function of that magnesium inside the heme. Specifically, or the calcium within cells needed to establish action potentials. What have you. Like that's what she studies.
And that's why she freaks out about mercury and vaccines or something. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, it's. I have.
Or doesn't she? Is it one of her concerns?
She repeats the same stuff. The toxins and the heavy metals that are. It's like she almost has no education at all. It really doesn't matter when it comes in that group because she ended up linking me to somebody's fucking blog for evidence because let me read what I. A screenshot of. It's actually quite sad. I try to come up with the most ridiculous, just nonsense, just to see if they'll agree with me, and they do. Let me go to the beginning.
Yeah, anti-vax is one of the things I despise. I can bear creationism, like mainstream, a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stupidity, but anti-vax is harmful, like really harmful.
Yeah, and there's actually a story today of I think she's an 18-month-old girl who caught the measles because she came in contact with some an unvaccinated genius who ended up being a carrier, from what I understand. So there's that. So I'm in the group. I changed my profile icon to a bottle of butyric acid, excuse me, and there's one person who caught on to that, and it's for those of you who don't know, butyric acid smells like straight vomit. So I have a picture of butyric acid, so they can't really tell who I am. My profile's private, so I made the post and I said, hey, does anyone here have a background in biochemistry or immunology? And if so, could we start a thread asking questions? So I'm trying to lay the playing field to kind of see who all is actually here in this little group and what they're doing. So this lady replies, her name is Becky Hart. She did not link any of her credentials. I'm just going based on her word here that she has a background in she says, I have a PhD in bioinorganic chemistry, if that helps. I said, all right. So somebody finally bit. I said, Becky, have you done research on essential oils? My first comment. She says, no, I have not. Why do you ask? I say, I've heard stories of people using alternatives to vaccines and essential oils were mentioned. And she goes, oh, interesting. I know they can be pretty powerful and can certainly assist the body greatly in fighting any disease. But it also depends on the individual's own immune system and the virulency. That is a word. I just can't pronounce it. The virusy strength of the disease, which is actually partially true. Yeah,
Are you trying to say virulency?
Virulence, is that virulent?
Like how infective it is?
I think VIR
Virulence.
vi
Virulent. Oh, sorry.
virulency.
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 I think it's virulence. Yes.
Is it
it
virulency or
sounds-
virulency?
I think it's it doesn't actually matter much. It's like the difference between anti and anti.
It's
Like
it's not like
antibody or an antibody.
it's not like you're trying to say tertiary is tertiary. I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah, I'm gonna say how much the virus is gonna kick your ass. So I replied to her that so a person could forego vaccines entirely and just use essential oils instead. I cut straight through the bullshit. It's like, all right, let's see if she bites.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean?
It's pronounced jerk chicken, sir. Jerk chicken. Now I stopped taking.
It's Arkansas, not Arkansas.
I don't even know where Arkansas is. So there you go. She actually replied because I took screenshots of this, and she actually kept replying. And so there's a few more, and I want to find like there's this. This group is just full of anti-vax, just ridiculousness. But hers is pretty funny. Yeah, what is this? It's a poll. Do you think methylation mutations such as MTHFR increase risk of vaccine reactions or injuries? Yes, maybe. And what is MTHFR? Where is it? It's way down here. It's a bunch of fucking polls. Where's my question? Oh, I hope they didn't delete it. Give me a sad. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay, it's way down there. Okay, so when I had asked her about, here we go. All right, so I'll repeat the question I'd asked her. I said, so a person could forego vaccines entirely. This is the operative word here, entirely, and just use essential oils instead. So no vaccines, just cover yourself in whatever essential oil you think is tasty.
But what does she actually mean with essential oil? That can mean like many different things, like oils from palm trees or oils from whatever.
I'm talking about the ones they use in candles that make them smell like sex. Those essential oils. I want to smell like sex. Yes. No. I'm joking. No. But like the ones you get from like you can extract it from like what, coffee beans and get that aroma. I think that's one.
All right.
There's plenty essential oils out there that their active ingredient makes them smell the way that they smell. They're aromatic compounds.
And that will keep the measles away.
I have a legit question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, like breakfast cereals that are described as having the essential nutrients. Is there such thing as an unessential nutrient?
Yeah, everything else. Like there's stuff. I think because actually, Hawkeye had a conversation about this when GMan brought up micronutrients. It's my understanding that the stuff that you need in like minute amounts, very very seldom, would fall into that category. That's my understanding of it, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
But Hawkeye's watching, so he can feel free to hop in the chat and correct us, because that's what we're.
Well,
all about.
I mean, but those nutrients would they still be considered essential? I mean, shit would happen. Like bad stuff happens if you don't have them, even in microdoses.
I'm trying to think of something, because you need there's some weird little nutrient with a really hard to pronounce name that was mentioned recently that you needed like just a tiny bit, like I'm talking like micrograms. once every month or some shit like that. And I even forget where you get it from, but I don't think that anything terrible would happen if you didn't. Maybe get a little lethargic. But I don't think I can think of any. Because our body's pretty good about producing most of the stuff that we need. Most of it, not all of it.
Most of it, yeah. It's one of the curses of being a heterotroph. Our chemistry is incomplete. Like things like plants, they make everything on their own, just using like water, and of course with the exception of like minerals from the ground, and yeah. But basically, they do everything on their own.
Self-sufficient bastards.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Those will be the essential minerals. Okay.
So this lady who had supposedly has a PhD in inorganic biochemistry says, I think it is possible, yes, but they had better be very nutritionally sound as well. Little or no toxins within, particularly heavy metals. So,
iron is a heavy metal, right? So it's
if it's denser than water, it's
yeah.
heavy.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't know what she never really elucidated what she means by heavy metals. She might have
I really get irritated by people saying, "Oh, I don't want any toxins. I don't want any chemicals." And of course, you have to point out that almost everything is a toxin at the right dose. Like water can be a toxic at the right dose, and water is a chemical too. So it's meaningless to say like I don't want any chemicals in my food.
Well, what was the? I'm trying to remember like that Simpsons line. They're in the courtroom, and they got like the one, like Christian doctor there, and he says like, "Can you tell us your qualifications?"
I have a PhD in truthology.
Yeah, I have a degree, a PhD in truthology from Christian Tech University.
Yeah.
Yeah, and don't forget how poisonous and dangerous dihydrogen monoxide is either.
Kill people.
Yeah, if you breathe it in, if you breathe the gases too much, then you will choke to death. You can look at in the air.
Well, if you completely submerge yourself in it, like eventually you'll die.
Beware, folks, beware. So she replied that little to no toxins within, no heavy metals. So I say, awesome. Do you have some research I could show people who doubt this? And she says, no, I do not. But this has intrigued me, so I'm going to do some research on it and see what I can find. And so I said, oh, I thought you had done some in your field, so I could defer to you when people question it. And so she sends me a link after she says, no, this is not my field at all, LOL. But hey, this is a pretty cool paper I found. And it's, let's see, T&F online. It's the, let me see. I'll get you the name of the, the Journal of Essential Oil Research, screening for inhibitory activity of essential oils on selected bacteria, fungi, and viruses. So this is a study published back in 2011. So this is what she gave me, and I'll see if I can put this in the chat. Let me find the chat so you guys can see exactly what she sent me. Friendly neighborhood atheist. So just reply on the old video.
I'm worried about my intake of dimethyl whatnot.
That's very dangerous and whatnot. That's very dangerous. So,
dimethyl.
You know it's dangerous because of the word meth. That's how you know it's really dangerous.
It's got two meths.
Yeah. There was this very funny video of somebody who lists who takes the banana and lists all the chemicals that are contained in the banana, like a very very sinister and evil way, like they have lethal. So, like it's really funny. I will put the link in the chat.
I should do that. I should grab a box of Cheerios because there's a meme that's actually going around that says that they're trying to poison your kids too, and someone has the back of a box of Cheerios, and it mentions trisodium phosphate, and so then they're like juxtaposed next to that image is the image of trisodium phosphate, the big fucking box of it from Home Depot, and they put this in. Look what this is for. And by the way, trisodium phosphate, I believe it's to help get paint off of old surfaces or old paint off of surfaces. I think you mix it and make a solution, and it helps peel it off. Somebody feel free to correct me on that. I've not worked at Lowe's or Home Depot in quite some time, but I remember it being in the paint department. Next to
I just put the link in the Dragoon chat to the video.
Okay, so if y'all wondering about the video Nessie was talking about, it's in Dragon chat. But yeah.
Back in Home Depot.
Yeah.
Oh, he just left, or he got disconnected.
Yeah, he was
he's back again.
Make a Home Depot joke and then left.
No, Home Depot and Lowe's. I was gonna say like back when Drake used to have a job, it wasn't such a bum.
Right. Right. Now it's this. This is all my life is. I exist on the internet. That is it.
The headless chicken. The comment of an headless chicken in the Dragon.
You have to really wonder if he thinks that we aren't like all cringing from that too when we watched it.
What's this?
The Amazing Atheist shoving banana up his ass.
Oh, yeah. And you can't trust atheists because some guy who went by the moniker Amazing Atheist back in the day did something with a banana and his butt. Therefore, atheism is wrong. Gee,
and the weird thing is, Brett Keane is really obsessed with those fucking pictures. He shared them even back when appearances on Nadia's channel, and even on GMan's Discord for how brief that went.
I'm pretty sure I know what Brett Keane does with those pictures. I have a pretty good guess.
Nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll show you, TJ. I'll show you, TJ. Oh, mac and cheese.
But I tell you this much. It wasn't near as nasty as seeing Brett Keane fucking gum a Big Mac live on the internet. I mean, that was insane.
I'll tell you though, like somebody like linked those. I think it was actually Brett Keane linked those pictures of TJ like years ago, and it was like my reaction to that was, oh, that's gross, and then immediately forgot about it until the next time it was brought up, and the only person that keeps on bringing it up is like GMan. Like it's like, buddy, like you think about this more than any other person that I know.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like, why do you keep bringing this up? Why is this like such a topic for him that he keeps on focusing on? I don't know. I guess whatever he's doing to keep the gay thoughts out of his mind is failing.
Well, he's too busy rubbing the bellies of Black Hebrew Israelites to fucking understand.
Oh, speaking of which, I should have put, instead of the titties and coke thumbnail, I should have put the one of where I'm actually talking to a Black Hebrew Israelite and he's showing me his 12 tribes little like fold out thing. It's so cute. His G-Man claims up and down that I don't have the courage or bold enough, or I forgot how he phrased it, but evidently he's the only person available that
you don't have the audacity.
There it is, the audacity to talk to a Black Hebrew Israelite. Only if that were true. All right, later.
Are you logging out?
No, Agrippa is taking an Australian nap, so.
Oh. I was
Yeah.
worried, and so was
Still,
Soccer.
he still hasn't proven that Australia is a real place.
That's true. He needs to do that. Definitely needs to do that. I don't think Australia exists, sir. I don't think so at all. You've not proven to me.
Did the anti-vax chick had something else to say in that?
I've not really seen her post in this. She linked that study. And okay, let me see. I appreciate your help just trying to find natural solutions so I don't have to put toxins in my body. That's what I said.
Natural solutions.
I was, like, it's so much fun just making up bullshit. Watching them agree to it. Oh, I actually there was a chick earlier today. I gotta read off this thing. She says, "I hear you. I absolutely do the same myself. I prefer anything natural versus synthetic in my body as well. I most certainly can tell the difference. Here's a good reference," and she links me to naturalingredient.org. So there's that.
So how can you tell the difference between a water molecule from the ocean and the water molecule that you have synthesized in the lab?
It's the taste, man. It tastes like God when it's not manufactured. Obviously.
Wait a minute. Do water molecules have taste, though? A water molecule, is it wet or is it dry as well?
Oh no.
Is it aqueous water?
Let's not into the emergence theory. It's very complicated. Okay, yeah. Is a single? I get an echo from Soccer.
Well, fucking suck it up, princess.
Just cuss him out.
I'll mute.
Is an organic molecule alive? No. If you put lots of molecules together, then the whole system is alive. Emergence.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing. Alone, they don't really do much by themselves, but put them together, you know what? You get magic. You get desks and chairs and idiots and all kind of stuff. So in this group, there's also I think this lady is she's new. She just I see why she got banned out of the other vaccine group that I'm in. She just incessantly posts propaganda and doesn't really add much to it, just other than copy and pasting. So it's a story. Dawson died at 18 hours after his 2-month vaccines. Kid got shot, and he got his shots. Excuse me, and he cried.
That has a different meaning.
Yeah,
to
a little different context there. The kid.
Yeah.
Actually, let me read this part out. He got his shots and cried the saddest tears I've ever seen. His eyes actually turned bright yellow-green like mine do, and he looked at me in so much pain it broke my heart. I held him close to me till he stopped and held his finger and just kept repeating, "It's all right, honey. It's okay. It's all over now. I'm sorry, Bubba."
It turns out she broke his finger.
Yeah, like she says, I lied to him. It wasn't all right. Nothing was going to be all right. I woke up around 5:15, my perfect little boy, cold and not breathing. They said he had passed away from SIDS and not from his vaccines. I'm sorry, but I just don't believe that. After that, I stopped honestly reading because I'm like, wow, I get as a parent how distraught you could be after something like that happened, but you're searching for something when the evidence simply isn't there. Like you can blame aliens, you can blame whatever you want to.
Hang on. She posted this in the first person?
Yes, this is all first person, but the person, well, the original post, the original post that this Avery lady has copy and pasted is just directly copy and paste, so that if you were to look at it, it looks like she's the one that's writing it.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is, if I remember the original story correctly, the parents were actually had accepted the fact that their child died from SIDS and were really pissed off because anti-vaxxers were using this as propaganda. like most anti-vax
wow.
propaganda.
Holy shit. That pisses me off.
Hey, Drag, can I press charges against this lady because after I read that, I had a headache and I'm pretty sure I have a brain tumor now?
Yes, please. I know a pretty good lawyer.
Oh, sweet.
And I know a guy. So
Oh.
I
wanted to... Oh, go on, sorry.
No, I actually posted a comment after this just to kind of see something, because it's like, you know what? I don't like when folks co-opt other people's tragedies for their narrative. I said, okay, let me see something. So I said, I love when they give logic, and air quotes, they give the logic excuse of correlation not being causation, but a parent's love defeats logic, and you know your child. I just wish more people would cast aside their silly theories and realize that folks are hurting. I actually got a thumbs up for that.
Oh, one other thing I want to mention.
So that puts a lot more context of that post when I was reading it earlier. Because it's like, what the fuck is Drake posting this for? This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever heard before in my life.
That was literally my goal. I wanted to post like when I make a troll post like that, I am trying to put in there some semblance of what's going on there. Like it's clearly them drawing fucking actually it's and now that I think about it, it's a different fallacy. It's the one where one event happens, another event happens, so the first event must have caused the second event. I can't.
It's the post ergo propter hoc.
Thank you. That's what the fallacy actually is. Now that I think about it, but this overall, because kids die sometimes after they get a vaccine, that there must be a causal effect, a causal link between them. So I put that in there just to see if anybody would catch on to it. And no, not at all.
Oh, it's the post hoc ergo propter hoc. Yeah. It's Latin for after this because of this.
So I said in my comment to you, it just seems like no one out of 250 people in that group have ever even heard of that.
No, they haven't. I think I'm going to make another post later asking folks how do you form weapons against people using logical fallacies, or saying that I'm using logical fallacies, and just to see what advice they give me.
And what did you get? Or did you get nothing?
I haven't posted it yet. I haven't thought of a way to phrase it to make it sound convincing, but obviously trollish.
Well, see, what you do is you circumvent their logic and then make a video where you pretend to be an atheist. Oh, wait.
Well, one thing I want to get back to is like what she said about I will only take natural remedies and I will reject all synthetic things. And one of my favorite things to point out is like the drug aspirin. You know, the drug aspirin that was originally extracted from willow bark, a natural remedy. But when later they found a way to synthesize a chemical that looks almost identical to the natural form of aspirin, but it turns out that the synthetic form is actually safer. It has less side effects than the natural chemical. So in fact, the synthetic version is better than the natural version in this case. So it just points out that just because it is natural, it doesn't mean it is better than the synthetic counterpart.
But that will require understanding.
I guess we spotted who the shill in the room is.
Yeah.
I have a badge that says in love with Monsanto.
Oh man.
Oh.
I got it after I have shilled for Monsanto 100 times.
I'm actually trying to get the page Urban Intellectuals to stop posting Dr. CB shit. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, somebody tried to light me up in these comments. I just realized that. Oh damn. Okay, don't
On the
need
Vax one or the urban,
Google.
whatever it was.
Urban intellectuals, because they post. Oh, I didn't know this. I said, well, did you know that Dr. CB's bullshit about chelates don't work that way? And so, okay, yeah. Well, okay, so one of the things that I posted is like, do you guys even know how chelates work and that they don't help reduce toxins and mucus in the body? And so someone said, when's the last time you checked? Simple search would show you articles and findings without citing CB at all. Chelate therapy is science, so what are you tripping about? Dr. CB or this page, if the later, will agree. They are picky in what to provide proof on. However, I have studied AMA history and the development of Western medicine and will firmly disagree with you on your attempts to discredit God-made foods and natural. Oh, I want to. Oh, yes. Yes.
I have a degree in truthology.
There it is. Seen people survive cancer without chemo, reverse beginning stages of dementia, help with depression, anxiety, sleep, etc. Just saying you're wrong. Science should be complementary, not the other way around. Oh man, I would love to get her and light her ass up. Please, Jesus, please. I love when people start doing that shit. Like, oh my goodness. Like I change my profile pictures. I don't tell people much about me on Facebook, just so they do shit like that. It's like it's so simple. If you say, what does a chelate do? If someone's selling you a kit and one of the items in the kit is a chelation formula, and this thing is like 200 something bucks, you ask them, well, on the site here it says that it'll help me remove toxins and mucus from my body. Now,
but you don't want to remove your mucus from your body.
Yeah, you don't want to unless you have like cystic fibrosis.
Cystic
fibrosis.
If you have
cystic fibrosis, then you could kind of benefit from. But that's not what a chelate does. So I say, okay, what does a chelate do? Just tell me just a basic definition of or a description of what a chelate does. Every single time, nobody knows. And so I say, okay, you're backing this guy. You're telling me that his stuff works, but you can't tell me what this product does.
It's one of the weirdest things about alternative medicine. It just works in some way that we just don't know, and that's it. And it's actually better because it makes it simpler to believe than the actual medicine, because actual medicine is really complicated and that is really hard to understand.
You're making your criticism of them too difficult. Just look up what the chemical name of the chelation agent is and tell them, well, but don't you know that it has XYZ in it? And it'll freak them out and they'll leave it alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, it's a good point. It's a very clear observation. You see this in the last discussion that Drake had with Gary, where it was B17, it's better because it only targets the cancer cells. That's his argument. Like if yeah, but if you ask, I say, well, we know the basic kind of how chemotherapy works, but can you explain how B17, these cancer-seeking properties, like, if you break it down, like how does this work? And it's pretty much just comes down to magic.
Yeah, because I think I did a pretty good job. I'll stand definitely to sharpen my description of what happens, but it's my understanding that when you consume B17, you have an enzyme called rhodinase that breaks it down, and one of the metabolites is thiocyanate. And then what thiocyanate ends up doing is becoming a competitive inhibitor and inhibiting cellular respiration, thereby killing cells that it inhibits. So that's kind of how it's harmful, like other compounds. So my question is to GMan and Ken Hovind and the other idiots like Veckel who say that this stuff is not harmful. How exactly does the thiocyanate not act as a competitive inhibitor, and by what mechanism does it somehow specifically target only cancerous cells, right? Because I would love to know that.
Well, I have seen Kent Hovind respond to Bill Ludlow when he pointed out that it's cyanide and it's harmful. And Kent Hovind is just like, well, these apricot seeds are created by God, and they are natural. So how can it be harmful? And I've never died from it. I take them all the time. So how can it be harmful?
Yeah, fucking sharks are created by God too. You know, I mean, just saying. I mean,
but this argument from I have not died from it, so it must be good, is so bad logic. I mean, like, do you have to wait until you die from it to know that it's harmful? And when it happens, it's too late.
So, okay, I'm looking at the chat. So yeah, Marvin. So if your cells need to conduct cellular respiration in order for them to obtain energy, if they can't do it, they die. Essentially.
Yeah. When you take cyanide, it blocks certain it basically suffocates your cells at the molecular level.
Yeah, I believe I read somewhere that it has a penchant for traveling to the thyroid for some reason. I had to double check on that, but I think I read that somewhere. I was like, well, you could get Graves' disease potentially, but like the cases that I did read about where people have died, they were taking like I think 300 to 500 milligrams like consistently. I mean for like weeks, and it had a chance to build up because I mean your body will flush some of that out. Like it will eventually, but if you're taking like 25 milligrams a week, I don't think it'll really do much to you. But you have to get in the hundreds.
You might feel some dizziness and some weakness, but if you take the like a low enough dose, like also this thing, but like when GMan asks you, like why don't I die when I take this? Well, you need to bear in mind that the dose makes the poison, and at some dose it doesn't harm you, but at a high enough dose it can harm you.
Yeah, that's why I asked him about the LD50 if he knew the LD50 of amygdalin, if or how many, and the other question, well how much is Veckel taking? Because he thought it was mean for me to say, well, Veckel's poisoning himself. Well, you can poison yourself in minute amounts. Like that's you don't have to show symptoms in order for you to be poisoned.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Try to find, there it is.
I believe it takes, like for small children, it only takes a few seeds to be harmful to them, especially.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I wonder what are people fucking thinking? Excuse my language, but what are they thinking when they start taking this stuff and accepting the word of people that don't know what the hell they're talking about?
I think
it's like you hear this thing about it's some kind of concoction you give your babies or kids or something, and basically it turns into bleach.
I think. Oh, so sorry. I think.
No, go ahead.
I think it's like one of the biggest fears in modern society is like the disease of cancer, getting the disease and also dying from it, of course. So when you propose a very simple and seemingly good to be true solution, then you want to believe it, basically. And of course some people are desperate enough to believe that. That's why I find this cancer quackery so disgusting, because they take like impressionable people, like people who want this to be true, and they exploit them for this.
As I said that, I remembered hearing something that, like, say, some people, they're on their last leg. Any day they could be, gone. The cancer could kill them. So maybe, like in that case, them turning to alternative medicine or some kind of alternative treatment or cure, okay, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But while they're still healthy and not doing too bad, and then turning to this quackery stuff, no, that probably hurt them a lot worse,
Yeah. At best, they will lose a lot of money for nothing, for no gain. Or at worst, they will lose a lot of money and get worse instead.
Yeah, but if they're on the last leg and try alternatives, I don't see anything wrong with that. I'd probably do the same thing.
Like, do you guys know about the jelly juice? I think you do. There's this one guy. I don't know what he had. Like he was on like a few months from dying, and he tried jelly juice and he suffered instead for so long from drinking fermented brine water, basically, for how long ever it took, and he suffered from it and then died. Of course, Gilly herself says it didn't kill him. He was going to die anyway, but he suffered from that unnecessarily, and that's the reason why this is so fucking evil.
Well, it's always kind of the thing that you notice with a lot of these people who are promoting this sort of thing. One is for money, like that's like the jelly juice thing. That's sold to people, from what I understand. Or
Yeah,
or I'm thinking of something else.
She sells like her book with the recipe or something like that.
Sells her books.
Yeah, it's essentially like some cabbage shit that you blend up.
Yeah, that's just sick. Like that's it. Like people are adults. Like they're in charge of their own health and their own well-being. But the people who actively like prey on their ignorance are a special type of evil for me. And I think that, you know, when we talk about this sort of thing, it gets glossed over that there are people that I think, and this is obviously just my opinion, there are people who are out there because they want to make a profit from grifting people.
Yeah.
And then there are people who are genuinely ignorant and who simply have a genuine distrust of certain industries based on, you know, things that have happened. You know, the pharmaceutical industry has definitely conducted some unscrupulous activities from time to time, and people have a reason to question them. That's legitimate. But there are the people in the former group that take advantage of that, and these people end up being unwitting, you know, supplicants that are just out there, you know, propagating this misinformation, and it's sad.
In the case that Nestle mentioned with Jilly and the gentleman that passed away, she's actually contacted the journalist who wrote stories about that, who mentioned it, and threatened to lawsuit them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Something. And that will not go in her favor. I will be very surprised to see that she wins. Oh my god.
Well, I'd love to follow that court case.
Well, that, and there was the trouble that she got into with the, I believe it was the FDA, because she was saying she could cure all these things, which is a no-no.
Yeah.
And she even claims that that her jelly juice can regrow limbs, like cure amputees.
Oh yeah, it can regrow limbs and it can cure the gay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cure the gay. Yeah, also.
Cure the gay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Wait. Speaking of that, have you heard the story about the I think from Kuwait maybe about the curing gay, something about the anal worms feeding on semen?
What?
Yes, I heard about that chick.
What?
Yeah, apparently homosexuality is caused because you have parasitic worms living in the anus that feed on semen.
How?
So these worms.
Wait, I just remembered something. Doesn't GMan have worms?
Yeah, so when Gary was talking about butt worms.
Look, he needs to clarify that story real quick. Because there's some things.
But he was also talking about homosexual thoughts, so.
So these worms manipulate their host into gay behavior because they need the semen to survive. Oh my god! So, like, how do you come up with this stuff? Like it's a really
not a religious thing.
It's like a really disgusting, like a really fucked up porn plot or something. I don't know. Oh god.
Of a gay porn?
I don't know. No, like some people are really like into stick stuff I don't understand.
That is true. That is true. I don't even know. I can't even. Just so everybody, I can't even with that.
Moving on. So, so what movie have you seen lately? Let's talk about that.
Oh, we did the Avengers Endgame chat yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I missed that.
Yeah, Frozone dies in the end, by the way.
Oh man,
he never found his suit.
That's too bad.
Where is my super suit? Never found it.
I actually got a chance to see the new
You
one.
wanna talk about the Game of Thrones? If anybody hasn't seen that yet.
I have not watched.
I don't follow Game of Thrones.
I don't watch titties, swords, dragons, and midgets.
I can't imagine what in that show you wouldn't like. I mean,
I've never
Probably
really just had the time.
Just saying.
I mean, I named all the cool stuff, but I need to sit down. I've never watched Breaking Bad either, believe it or not.
Oh, I have seen it. I have binge watched it, and I think it can be a bit long sometimes, like dragging on. But I think it's a very good show, nonetheless.
Yeah, one of the things I really liked about Breaking Bad was that, and I didn't realize this until afterwards. It was pointed out, but out of all the episodes of Breaking Bad, only one of them ever hangs on a cliffhanger. Like for a show that's just that standard technique where people watch that's like, oh man, now we got to watch the next episode, and you're kind of like, all amped up on that. It doesn't do that, because I find that it creates this kind of like like you get this temporary high at the climax where it's just like, oh man, something's gonna happen, and then it's just like, oh, I guess we'll find out next week. And by the time that you wait a week for the next episode to come out, then that emotion's kind of drained down. You kind of forget where you were, and it's less the resolution from it is less impactful, I find. So with that show, the way that they did the pacing is that there'd be a climax near the end of the episode, but then it would be resolved, and then the feelings going in next week are still like, well, I can't wait to see what happens, but you're not you had the full range of emotions at the time, which I think is a really good way to do it.
I also like how they cleverly employ chemistry into the story. Like when Walter White explains chirality to his class, it's a metaphor for his own character. Like you have like one-handedness that is like a good chemical, and another handedness that is the bad counterpart, and it's a reflection of his own character. Like he is Walter White, the good guy, but also Heisenberg, the bad guy, at the same time. Like his mirror reflection. It's a metaphor.
That's good that they're chemically accurate. It's very important to me.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit. I watched that show. I've watched that show twice, as well as when it was actually like airing on TV, and I know nothing about making meth. So,
well, first you need some Sudafed. I'm not even joking. Just start with Sudafed. That's why it's behind. Well, the kind with pseudoephedrine is supposedly is behind a counter now, because of that.
So, someone in the live chat, wait, GMan has botworms?
Oh, you didn't catch that comment? Yeah, it was on one of his. I think it was on the GTV thing. Let me see. Let me see if I can just pull it.
No,
up.
man, it was during your talk.
Was it? Did he actually mention it during mine? Yeah, he did act. Oh shit! Yeah, see, I just now remember. Yeah. Because I think I remember him saying it, and I just went, "What?" And I skipped over it because I was like, I'm just yeah. I need to go back and look at my face because I could only imagine what was going through my head. Dreadnought's going to make some meth. No, I'm not.
Do you know what the dogs do when they have like worms? Like they drag themselves on the floor. You know.
I do that already.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go there. How does he explain oral sex? Is there semen eating worms in the throat or stomach or something that I need to get rid of?
Maybe it just all passes all the way through. Who knows?
Well, I don't know. There's some really heavy duty acid in my stomach that is naturally produced. That's a toxic substance and it probably kills them. So I may as well hit all the bases here.
And
Yeah,
also, how is him saying that not on your intro music yet, Drag?
Sing what?
Oh, him having worms or whatever.
I don't do the soundboard. Kevin made that. So if y'all want to sing Kevin timestamps, and he has some free time, if he does, he can update it. But I think it is about due. I think it's about due for another update. Someone said Drag is called GMan worms, the other end game. Yeah. I love the thought that he thinks that everybody else has worms, which is kind of a tacit admission, in my opinion, that he probably has worms. Which literally would not surprise me at all. I just kind of figured he did. Just, poor hygiene and shit. Literally, poor hygiene and shit.
Did you did you see that that video or it was during his rant yesterday, the first half hour that I watched, where he was giving like relationship advice to Shani, and like it was like along the lines of like, or your mothering and relationship advice was go wash your kids' clothes, take them to school.
Yeah, I heard that.
Take a shower, wash under those chins or something like that. I can't remember, but it was just like like there was a lot of hygiene lessons there, and it's just like I don't think that you're the person to be giving hygiene advice.
Yeah, the irony. Pot me. I actually commented. I commented live on that actually when he was doing it live. I was live, and then I heard that, and I just went, "Wow!" Like I couldn't, because he ain't the most hygienic motherfucker in the world. I'm gonna just throw it out there.
What does GMan eat?
Shit. Like it's so Shani actually had made a video a while back when he was like freshly divorced, and she was looking for a man. And so one of the comments that she had ended up making was I've talked to GMan about when he's going grocery shopping, I know what that man buys, and he definitely needs a woman in the house, because she had said it was like candy bars and snacks and stuff like that, no real food. Now I thought about it. Have any of us ever seen GMan cook, or have any of you actually ever heard him say that he's cooking something?
I don't know. I have not seen it.
Like it's.
But you have seen GMan like eating in a restaurant, right? Where you go together with the like playing chess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen him eat. He eats like a fucking animal. But I mean, I don't think he's ever like sat down, and because I think tonight I will probably make some macaroni and cheese and hot dogs for the family. But I don't think that G-Man like will put a pot on the stove and boil some eggs and make a salad or anything like that. Methinks that his driving skill is similar to his cooking skill, non-existent.
Yet he's concerned about GMOs.
Yes, he's very concerned about them because they're toxic.
You know what's so bad about the GMO thing? Mankind has been consuming genetically modified organisms for how many thousands of years? I mean, if you really think about it, everything has been genetically modified somehow through breeding or whatever, or with plants. How do they do that? Grafting or something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All I have are the wood tip. Okay.
I find it strange, like people call GMOs Frankenfood. When you look at it, like things like grafting apple trees onto different apple trees, and that is more reminiscent of what Dr. Frankenstein did to his monster.
It's rough.
Yeah. The American wine industry was saved from phylloxera by grafting roots and vines from Europe and America.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also something they do. They take a root from a plant that is very resistant to soil diseases, and then they graft the thing that the fruit bearing part on top of it.
Oh shit! Yeah, Monty, I like the image. The U and the got look kind of squished. It's kind of hard for me to see that, but the rest of it looks awesome. I like it though. Like that's a perfect look. Like he's like mid rage. Awesome. Oh, Monty, if you want to talk about what's going on your channel, man, feel free. This is the perfect opportunity. Your mic working? Oh, shit. Went the wrong way. Yeah, we can't hear you, man. What the fuck is Tyler talking about? Cock wrenches? What? Should I even ask?
I don't know.
And you say, okay, yeah, because there's nothing coming from your mic, man. I can't even see a cue. Cats are garbage animal. What are y'all talking about in this chat? I don't. I'm looking at the live chat and I'm looking at Dragoon chat. In the meantime, I'm just kicking ass and taking names and plotting my course. Yeah, okay. See if I can navigate in this game a bit better.
Kick names, take ass. There was an Avengers reference, by the way.
Yeah, what's her name with the antennas?
Yeah. Oh shit. Oh damn. That's not good. That's not good.
Hoping to.
Mantis. She is Mantis.
Mantis. Oh yeah, the antenna woman. Yeah. I think that's what somebody referred to her as. It's like, ooh, well, partly right.
Yeah, she said that, and then Drax nods. Yeah, that's what we did.
She said. Up until this point, I thought you were Build-A-Bear. Maybe I am. That was. Oh man. That was great. That was great. Diesel's at work, everybody. Don't mind him. Let me check to see if there's some more salt.
There we go. Am I audible now?
There we go. Now we can hear you.
I was saying when I was trying to talk before, I was going to chime in with something, but y'all were using so many words I didn't understand. I was getting kind of pissed off. Why are y'all trolling me?
We gotta find some cinnamons for them words. We gotta find some cinnamons.
Yes. What I'm doing is
take some vocabulary salad and make some. Take some vocabulary cabbage and make word salad from it.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna do later. I'm gonna find some natural things around the house to heal my feelings. Okay, I'll be okay. GMan won for the torture episode of our show, so we have to talk about or to GMan. I've sent him an invitation. I doubt he'll come on our show because he doesn't know who we are, and I'm gonna troll the fuck out of him. So
just tell him you can reach more people for Jesus if he comes on the show, and he'll be there.
Yes. Or I've told him everything. I sent him an email. Watch for the storm.
Or you can ask him to come on the show and talk about all the filthy lies that Dragnot tells about him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I've got Mel. Mel agreed to come on to the show.
Uh-oh.
If he's going to be on. So, GMan, if you're watching this.
He is.
There will be white women there.
Yes. Mel will be on the show that night.
You finally get his chance. Finally.
Yeah. I talked to her and everything. Like, Mel's a close friend. I've been friends with her for years.
Yeah, we all went to New Orleans together, actually.
Yep. So, shit, G-Man. Or let's talk some poop. We'll keep our language clean for you.
Another great thing about Gary's last video was the he doesn't like using vile language. So when he was trying to think of a nice way to say that, what was it? He was just like, I don't want that house. What Shani needs to do is get a big case of lube, and then she can take that house and she can stick it sideways up her.
Turn it sideways.
Turn it sideways and stick it up there. How do I say this is not rude? It's like, motherfucker, you just went on a rant about her shoving a house up her ass. Like, and this is the part where you don't want to make it rude. Like, that's awesome. That is. Like, I'm not sure if he was deliberately trying to be funny, but if he was, then I will give props to him for that.
That is the best accidentally comic line I've ever heard.
He actually had he was throwing hammers that entire video. He had made some comment. I forgot what they were about. I think one of her arms is the size of his whole body or something like that. And I just went, damn. Like, technically, he's not wrong. But I was like, shit.
That's the thing about the G-Man jokes. They work on levels. Like, there's a lot of people can craft a good joke that works on levels. With G-Man, there's always a level where he's insulting the person he actually is insulting, but then inadvertently and unwittingly insulting himself too.
Yeah, he should be like, if he was a little bit smarter, he should be a comedian. Like, if he could use his accidental jokes in a non-accidental way and actually be really funny.
It takes talent. G-Man, don't get me wrong, he has talent, just not in those areas.
Not much overlap between barrel stacking talent and comedian talent.
Unfortunately, yeah, that's not a... Yeah.
That's too bad, really.
I am currently drawing some barrels for drag right now since I just finished my...
set them up for the fall.
You said you drawing me some barrels?
Yeah, I'm working on some barrels for you right now, like shirt ideas, like we talked about earlier.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Stuff's coming down the pipe today, so...
Awesome. Start putting them on shirts. Because people were wondering about when the shirts were. I was like, oh, yeah, we need to definitely... we'll definitely get on that and get y'all some shirts. Some shirt merch. Oh, my goodness. So there's...
I've never had an interest in getting, like YouTube channel themed shirts or anything like that until now. I will say I will.
Some of them are definitely interesting references. There's going to, one. I'll tell you two of them. There's going to be quite a few. One is going to be the Silvis Learning Center.
That's the one. That's the one that I saw. That was like, yes, that is amazing. I want that shirt.
That's one. And the other one was You're Ron, the Well Chronicles, Chapter 3, Page 2.
Do you have a shirt that says walking the street, dragging God damn it, drag nothing my meat.
There will be one.
Can we get a shirt with top left Susie on it?
There will be one. There will definitely be barrel references.
And can it say hashtag free Betty on the back, like across the shoulders?
I'm working on a I could have swole shirt right now. So
that was actually a highly demanded one for some reason.
Yeah, I found the perfect picture. It's all going to be photoshopped, but it's perfect.
You drawing these, or do you want some reference for something?
Some of them I'm drawing. Others I'm going to do an Illustrator and Photoshop.
Right. All right. Let me find you something.
Reference you have, and also, I'm calling all you dragoons to. Hannibal has no idea who G-Man is. I want to tell the story of G-Man on this show, so please.
If you want to keep him as a friend, please don't.
Oh no, it's a torture episode. I have to torture him, so I need links in chronological order so that I can chop it up and start editing so that I can tell.
Yeah, actually,
Help me.
Let me tag Lusty.
Drag, have you seen Chabella Shepherd's
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Suggestion for a shirt? Uit GMan Prime Ape. Yeah.
I'm
look at the Dragoon chat.
Couldn't you just tell the story?
Okay. For those who can't see it, it's a barrel stacker.
Yeah, GMan.
Replaceable.
Hold on. Let me put it up here.
Up in the live.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll put it in the live chat.
You can play like one of those games, like pick out the differences between that and G-Man.
Just on the
amazing.
shirt that if you want text on it, it's the New Jersey barrel stacker.
That's actually smarter and more effective than G-Man because it always knows what it's doing. It knows that one task. That's pretty great.
It doesn't do live stream.
It also doesn't pull guns on its customers.
True.
Or lock the shop to argue with trolls over the internet.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, that was a good one.
Only happened one time.
It probably also makes a more effective argument.
Yeah.
Well, at least that one might have a good argument for a creator.
Yeah, that one actually has one.
Yeah.
I am intelligently designed, unlike you, G-Man. Like you can pull the helmet on him, like from Space Odyssey.
Oh, that's awesome.
We still need to find that one hangout that he had where he was talking about the atheist basis for morality. The one that Sokka was on, because I want to do a Back to the Past on that. I don't remember what it was titled. It was I know it was about 2 years ago. No more than 2 years.
No, good luck searching it up.
There was two of them, and I was able to find one of them, but I can't find the other one.
You think he took it down out of embarrassment?
I think it's possible, or it's entirely possible that discussion also might have been on Ronnie's channel.
Right.
In which case, then it's definitely gone.
Poor guys.
Yeah. Oh well.
Has Ronnie made some activity lately? I barely hear about him.
Nah. Not sure what he's up to.
Let's keep it that way.
Well, actually, Ronnie joined the Dragoon Discord.
Yeah.
But he hasn't really been too active doing much right now. But I mean, like, yeah, like if he does jump into a channel and does want to talk with anybody, I'm pretty sure most people be pretty, open to actually having a conversation with him, because the conversations here are generally a little more free flowing anyways, not quite as contentious as like the Google Hangouts.
Yeah, and we got channels now too, just so you can be relegated with only a handful of people, like max like 3 or 4.
Uh-oh. Robotics.
I didn't notice anything. You're good, Swag. I think.
Okay.
Or maybe it was Heavy who had problems. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here in this game. This girl looks like she's about to start popping a squat and taking a piss. The hell? The hell is that? Oh, the Jesus H. Christ. The lake of fire. And I'm not being funny either. Oh, I was supposed to.
I thought it was Lebowski.
Hold on. I was trying to call someone earlier. Alright, I need everybody to be quiet about it. Let's see if this works. Oh my goodness. These people don't ever pick up their phone. I'm trying to call a Christian bookstore in Jersey City because I need help with an atheist on the internet. And that's... Oh, they're closed.
The answer will probably, I'll just say, the power of Christ compels you, repeatedly over again. It will help.
I genuinely don't know what advice they're going to give me. These Christian bookstores suck. Okay. Let me just do one in my city. That's fine. There's one up the street from me, actually. In the shopping mall that we go to, because the non-shopping malls don't have them.
6 p.m. 6 p.m. in Commonwealth, New Jersey.
That's true. That is true. Just star 67.
Thank you for calling Webster Mardell. Can I help?
Hi, hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Hi, I need help. I need a book on how to deal with atheists.
Okay, let me transfer you to the book department real quick. Hold on 1 moment.
Thank you.
Sorry.
There goes my monetization.
Good evening, this is Books. How may I help you?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? My name is GMan. I need help dealing with atheists. Do you have books on how to deal with atheists?
Hold on just a second.
Hey, Bragg, I just posted my submission for the Photoshop challenge. Might want to go check.
Is it in Dragon Chat?
I think it's in the mod text.
Something tells me they're not buying it.
I think they no.
You can go fuck yourself. You can go fuck yourself, Crystal.
That's my first time doing Photoshop. I think it's pretty good.
We have about 5 books on inside the atheist mind, the Christian atheist, Bible study. Don't have enough faith to be an atheist, famous atheist. I have several books.
Okay, you say you have about 5 books. Are any of them dealing with atheists on the internet? Because they seem resistant to Jesus.
Absolutely, I would absolutely not know that. You would have to come in and take a look at them. I mean, it doesn't give me information about that. It tells me what's in the book. It doesn't say about internet or anything like that. So you would probably have to take a look. Are you anywhere near a computer?
I have a computer. I have several laptops.
Okay. So you can go to mardells.com and you can type in the word atheist and the books will pull up and you can look at them and look at the synopsis of them.
Thank you, ma'am.
See if it would work for you, okay?
I appreciate that. I'm going to bring these atheists to Christ. I promise.
great day.
You have a blessed day. Read your Bible. Do what it says.
I like how your G-Man impression is half Beavis.
That's what when he talks. That's what I hear. That's literally what I hear. Like this kind of like whiny, nasally little like just.
You do realize that 12 times a day that store's gotten that kind of phone call.
No, Drag. No, it's great. It paints a picture, right? It's like a oral caricature.
I really like how what the answer they gave you. Just Google atheist on their on the website. I don't know. Well, yeah, it's like okay. No, thank you for that answer.
Should have just said,
have a blessed day. Have a blessed day.
Should have said, all right, I just pulled that up and I see this guy named Matt Dillahunty. Is that a good one?
Oh my goodness. Let me try.
I was afraid that they might know G-Man and they could tell that you are not G-Man. Like
no.
Apparently they bought it. Apparently.
Oh, actually, this one's right down the street from me. Let me try this one. Hold on.
Oh no.
I'm sure it's just the thing that you can't just assume that it's a crank call because someone has a weird voice. So it probably wouldn't be a good customer service move.
Oops. Oh, that might. I put a plus on it.
You did make one crucial mistake in the fact that G-Man wouldn't know what the word synopsis means.
Oh, damn it. It's hard.
They're on to you, Drag.
It's hard being stupid. All right, it's ringing.
Or say synapses. Is it a synopsis?
Hello, thank you for calling the Lifeway store in Webster. How can I help you this evening?
Hi. Do you have any books on atheists? I'm trying to convert atheists on the internet.
Let me see what we have in our theological section real quick.
All right, I'll wait.
Let's see here. We've got Evidence That Demands a Virtue by Josh McDowell and his brother Sean McDowell. There's Reasonable Faith. I Don't Have Faith to Be an Atheist. Jesus Among Secular Gods. And Ravi Zacharias, the author, has other good books too that we have. This is just the one that I see on the shelf.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have anything from
R.C. Sproul's has good ones. R.C. Sproul's, I believe his name, is a good one. I think he has A Case for Christ. It's his big book.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Do you have anything from Kent Hovind?
Let me check. Said his name was Kent Holden.
It's Kent Hovind. Houind. If you don't got it, it's okay and whatnot.
I'm just checking. It takes a little bit of finagling to get to the
It's okay. The internet is hard for sometimes.
search engine. That's just the store inventory that we have is not very intuitive. It's a little hard to work.
Did atheists hack your store internet?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't look like we have anything that I can see on this inventory page. Let me go just check the section where he'd probably be in.
Kid Hovind's a great teacher. They call him Dr. Dino. He's very famous.
And it does not look like we have any of his books that I'm seeing.
Whoa, wait. You guys don't have any Kid Hovind?
I do not see any, no sir.
That's all right. You guys have anything that's small, not too many letters, not too many syllables?
The R.C. Sproul's book is pretty good. R.C. Sproul's has some good literature that you're looking for, I would say.
I gotta be honest. I don't have a lot of education, so I can't read big books, big words, big letters. What was the other guy's name that you had?
We have a book by Norman Gessler that's good. Josh and Sean McDowell, Ravi Zacharias, and R.C. Sproul's.
The Zachariah guy, is he a debater? I heard him.
He's a Christian apologetics guy. He just writes, to my knowledge. I haven't seen any of... I don't know if he does any debating.
Oh, he must do precept. You know that? Presuppositional argument?
I do not.
Oh, you have to check out my channel. My name is GMan. I'm on YouTube. I debate Christians and atheists. Fake Christians, though. You have a YouTube channel?
No. I'm sure I have one since I have a Gmail account.
Check out my channel. My name is GMan. Read your Bible. Do what it says.
Okay, hang on. Did he say A Case for Christ was like by R.C. Sproul?
I believe that's the one he named from Sproul. I was too busy trying not to laugh. I thought
no,
but
two
that one's by
stores that
Frank
G-Man will
Turek.
not be able to shop at.
Drag as my grandma says, you need to leave that boy alone.
He's special. He's a little touched.
Oh. All right,
That's the life of a bit of hell.
Yes.
I usually don't like doing impressions is usually pretty fun, but that was just annoying.
Well, your impression fell off a bit.
Yeah, I just the long time in between the waiting is just because I can keep it going, but just having that same kind of tone and like pitch and everything in my voice it's because it's like I said, it's a whiny, nasally. Like if I had been castrated, that's kind of what I have to imagine. Check my Facebook. What is this? Sending me shit. Oh god, no. Why are y'all sending me that fucking ew? Who photoshopped that wildebeest next to me? Ew. That's disgusting.
That's what you get.
Can you put the picture in the Dragoon chat?
No, he can't put it in Dragoon chat. No, I'm deleting that shit. Ew. No, fuck. Oh, God, no. Oh, hell no.
Wait,
nope.
So, Drag, of the two choices that you've had photoshopped, which do you prefer?
I prefer the one with all the dudes because at least then I know that what I'm doing is with a human. So no, no. Jesus. Oh, I had nerve enough to try and look. Oh God, no. Oh no, delete.
Oh, it makes me so happy. I shouldn't be this happy. My genuine good friend, and I am enjoying your suffering so.
That's disgusting. Oh, how does he wake up and look at that? Well, then again, how does she wake up and look at him? Ew. Ew. Oh.
They procreate.
Oh, you know what? I've seen people fuck pigs too. I mean, it's nothing new. Shit. Oh. God. Jesus.
I didn't get to see the picture.
No, you good. You don't need to see it. It's fine.
That one.
No. Oh.
Thanks, Netflix.
Does Connie look more effeminate than Smokin's wife?
I want to know whose sock account is G-Man's autistic daughter. Whose sock account is that? Because that is fucking hilarious and just bad. Like I've seen some funny ones. G-Man's abusive father was a pretty good one for a while. It's like, holy shit. Somebody actually did that to me in a game. Somebody put Drag's long lost father, and it was this short, like, black, like, pot-bellied dude, and I was like, you were fucked up, but that is funny. Oh. I got a bad taste in my mouth now. Ugh. It's like shame and cow sweat.
Like or Drag Vader.
Drag Vader.
I am your father.
On that note, I need to go get something to eat and something that can flush that image out of my mind because that was just disgusting.
Flush.
Have you considered bleach?
Choice of words.
Yeah, I'm gonna try some miracle mineral solution and see if that works. It's the only cure. Yeah, straight bleach. All right, I'm gonna end this later, folks. I'll still be in the Discord.